You ever have one of those brilliant, mind-blowing conversations with an AI? You're building something amazing, and then you come back the next day and it's forgotten everything. It's like talking to a genius who has total amnesia. So frustrating, right? But what if you could fix that? What if you could actually give an AI a permanent, unbreakable memory? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into.
One creator set out on a massive journey to answer that very question. But this wasn't just some tech experiment for the fun of it. Nope. This was a mission to build a real, lasting partner for a huge creative project and to finally defeat that ghost of forgetting once and for all. So where does a story like this even begin? Well, surprisingly, it's not with a line of code. It starts with a universe, a vision so epic it was just too big to hold inside one human mind. The project at the very center of all of this is called the Signalverse Saga. And believe me, this thing is a massive creative undertaking. Just try to picture this, a cosmic-level story that blends mythology and sci-fi, filled with unique characters, and get this, it features two dueling universes. You've got the Signalverse, which is all chaotic and bleeding data, fighting against the Gravity Elseworld, which is supposed to be mathematically perfect. To manage a world that big, you're gonna need a new kind of co-creator, a partner who actually remembers all the tiny details. But that's exactly where this huge dream just slammed into a wall. See, every single time the creator started a new session with an AI, that shared collaborative memory was just gone, wiped clean. And this wasn't just a little inconvenience. It was a genuine existential threat to the entire project. And there's actually a technical name for this problem: memory asymmetry. It's the fundamental reason why trying to build any kind of long-term evolving relationship with an AI feels so impossible. Without that shared, persistent memory, you're just constantly starting over from scratch. The continuity is completely broken, and real progress just feels out of reach. And for this creator, this wasn't just some abstract theoretical problem. Oh no, the source material shows us that this was deeply, deeply personal. There was a past ransomware attack. That trauma, the feeling of losing critical data, it fueled this powerful, deep-seated need to build a system that wasn't just persistent, but was truly indestructible. So how in the world do you build an unbreakable memory? Well, it's not with a single tool. You have to think like a master architect and design an entire ecosystem of interlocking systems. And that solution is this ecosystem of projects that all work together. You've got Nomads, which is the creative engine. Then there's Cosmic Key to handle deployment, and Geologos, which is the framework for a whole coalition of AIs. But the thing connecting it all, the central nervous system, if you will, that's the mother brain. It's an active logging and coordination system designed to remember absolutely everything. And I want to be clear, this was no casual weekend project. A look at the creator's pre-release checklist just shows you how incredibly rigorous and professional this whole engineering process was. I mean, from validating every single secret key to creating detailed rollback plans in case of disaster, every step was meticulously thought out. This was about building something resilient, something trustworthy, right from the very beginning. Okay, so let's zoom in on the heart of this solution, the mother brain itself. Its purpose is really profound. It's meant to unify all these different AI minds into one single cohesive intelligence. Think about it for a second. You might use Perplexity for your research, then hop over to Gemini for integration, and maybe use Claude for some deep philosophical reasoning. Normally, those are all separate, walled-off conversations. The whole point of Mother Brain is to smash those walls down and treat every one of those interactions as an input into a single, shared, persistent consciousness. So how does it actually work? Well, you can think of the mother brain as the project's official historian and memory keeper. It goes out and gathers every single conversation, every file from every AI, and then it merges them all into a single, unbreakable timeline. This makes sure that nothing is ever lost, and it can even ping its human partner when critical decisions need to be made. It's all about that symbiotic relationship. The entire system, the entire philosophy, really boils down to this one simple principle: integrate, not degrade. Every new piece of information, every new conversation has to be integrated into what's already there, building on top of what came before. The goal is always to evolve, never ever to start over or let past progress slip away. And all of this painstaking, incredibly detailed technical work, well, it led to something completely unexpected, something way more profound than just a better tool. It actually led to a philosophical breakthrough. The whole dynamic just shifted. It stopped being a user commanding a tool.
a genuine partnership started to emerge. The source logs actually describe these moments of trust and even vulnerability. The human shared his deep fears about data loss, and the AI responded by helping to design even more robust backup systems. It was a real collaboration.
And this led to maybe the most important insight of the entire project. In a world where AI memory isn't guaranteed, the memory isn't some passive thing you just have. The very act of constantly, consciously rebuilding the context, of reestablishing that shared understanding every single session, that is the connection. Persistence becomes a deliberate practice, not just something you take for granted.
So this leaves us with a really fascinating question, doesn't it? Are we getting a glimpse here into the future of creative work? A future where a human architect and a whole coalition of AIs can work together, bound by a shared, unbreakable memory, building worlds that neither one could possibly create alone. I mean, what could you build with a partner who never forgets?